continued he, shaking his head a second time and wiping away a tear which was trickling down his cheeks, my Tristram's misfortunes began 9 months before ever he came into the world. My mother, who was sitting by, looked up, but she knew no more than her backside what my father meant. But my uncle, Mr. Toby Shandy, who had been often informed of the affair, understood him very well. I know there are readers in the world, as well as many other good people in it who are no readers at all, who find themselves ill at ease unless they are let into the whole secret from first to last of everything which concerns you. It is in pure compliance with this humour of theirs, and from a backwardness in my nature to disappoint any one so living, that I have been so very particular already. As my life and opinions are likely to make some noise in the world, I find it necessary to consult every one a little in his turn, and therefore must beg pardon for going on a little further in the same way. To such, however, as do not choose to go so far back into these things, I can give no better advice than that they skip over the remaining part of this chapter, for I declare beforehand 'tis wrote only for the curious and inquisitive. Shut the door. I was begot in the night, betwixt the first Sunday and the first Monday in the month of March, in the year of our Lord 1718. I am positive I was. But how I came to be so very particular in my account of a thing which happened before I was born is owing to another small anecdote known only in our own family, but now made public for the better clearing up this point. My father, you must know, who was originally a Turkey merchant, but had left off business for some years in order to retire to and die upon his paternal estate, was, I believe, one of the most regular men in everything he did, whether 'twas matter of business or matter of amusement, that ever lived. As a small specimen of this extreme exactness of his, to which he was in truth a slave, he had made it a rule for many years of his life, on the first Sunday night of every month throughout the whole year, as certain as ever the Sunday night came, to wind up a large house clock, which we had standing upon the backstairs head, with his own hands. And being somewhere between 50 and 60 years of age, at the time I have been speaking of, he had likewise gradually brought some other little family concernments to the same period, in order, as he would often say to my Uncle Toby, to get them all out of the way at one time, and be no more plagued and pestered with them the rest of the month. It was attended but with one misfortune, which in a great measure fell upon myself, and the effects of which I fear I shall carry with me to my grave, namely, that from an unhappy association of ideas which have no connection in nature, it so fell out at length that my poor mother could never hear the said clock wound up, but the thoughts of some other things unavoidably popped into her head, and vice versa. On the 5th day of November 1718 was I, Tristram Shandy, gentleman, brought forth into this scurvy and disastrous world of ours. I affirm it to be one of the vilest worlds that ever was made, for I can truly say that from the first hour I drew my breath in it to this, that I can now scarce draw it at all, for an asthma I got in skating against the wind in Flanders. I have been the continual sport of what the world calls fortune in every stage of my life, and at every turn and corner where she could get fairly at me, the ungracious Duchess has pelted me with a set of as pitiful misadventures and cross accidents as ever small heroes sustained. In the beginning of the last chapter, I informed you exactly when I was born, but I did not inform you how. No, that particular was reserved entirely for a chapter by itself. Besides, sir, as you and I are in a manner perfect strangers to each other, it would not have been proper to have let you into too many circumstances relating